The panel here at Future of Television was initially entitled Unbundling, and it's a common term used when talking about what's going to happen in the future of the cable industry, but we wanted to focus on the idea of unbungling, and our focus was on developing content for multiple platforms, and so much bungling has gone on of people developing content, not taking into account the multiple platforms, not understanding their audience, and thinking they could develop and produce content like they would for linear TV, throw it up online and expect it to work, and throw a celebrity in there, and it just doesn't. And those are the bungles of the industry, and we were in a bungle-free zone to make sure we focused on what not to do and what to do. We had a great group of people representing major studios, networks, and producers. I think the common consensus was, when creating content for multiple platforms, you need to be thinking about your audiences and how they consume content across those multiple platforms, whether they're first screen experiences, and we're looking at big TVs in the living room, starting in the living room, and looking at iPads and mobile devices and laptops, and understanding that your audience consumes content differently on each platform, and having more of a commitment to those various platforms and more of an orthodox approach to the platforms is going to be much more valuable in the long term. More and more we're seeing content that is being created to live on multiple platforms, and it's including starting on the TV first and in the living room, and then being able to move to digital. It's not always very easy to take content that's just been developed for TV without considering the other platforms and then moving into other platforms, whether it's formatting issues, rights issues, licensing, windowing in different markets. So you really have to plan for that ahead of time to ensure that it can live on everything from TV to an online experience. So the main takeaway from the panel today was really that focus on developing content that reaches your audience on each platform. So it's going beyond just making a piece of content that can live on all platforms. It's making content that can reach your specific audience on each platform, and you need to segment your audience further than you would normally do on TV or for broadcast. You go a little broader there, whereas on digital content and content that's originating online, maybe let's call it native digital content, you need to understand your audiences better, segment them better, and then develop content that applies to the format that they're watching it on each platform. It's really a lot of work that you need to do, but those are the keys to success in developing properties that work online. One of the main points we discussed here in the panel is understanding how much content is coming online next year. Based on the IAWTV Awards submission data, we're seeing a doubling in the increase of production dollars just this year alone. We're expecting another doubling of production dollars to being over $200 million spent next year on developing original content to live online. Close to 1,000 web series will be launched next year, and that poses a very big challenge for the industry because all this content is coming online and all this content is going to be vying for audiences. And so we had to address that in this topic by saying, in order to succeed, you first have to start with that great content. On January 8th, in 2013, at CES, the IAWTV Awards will be hosting the second annual IAWTV Awards, which is an awards show for creators, by creators, specifically focusing on web television. The awards is an amazing program honoring and promoting excellence within this industry, and what we saw is just a tremendous increase in the number of submissions from last year to this year. Almost a 76% increase in the number of web series that are being professionally produced by independents as well as networks and studios, and raising their hands and saying, we want to be honored, we want to be recognized. And the advertising community and the studios and the distributors and the networks really using this award as a gauge to determining the quality of content out there and making decisions based on it. It's really a great time for this industry and the growth that's coming out there. It's optimism for all of us.